Nightbot will take up to 5 minutes to appear in your chat. So please basic commands so that Nightbot has something to answer to once we're ready. So for example, we can do a Discord command. So if somebody is in the chat and wants to join your Discord, they can do that. So we can make the command !Discord. And then here is where you can put the Discord invite link. In this case, it's going to be discord.gg/nightdev. And if you do join this Discord, if you are having any trouble, it'll invite you to our community and allow different people to use the commands that we are creating. In this case, I want to allow everyone to use this command, and the command can be executed every 5 seconds if somebody wanted to. And then we're going to submit it. Now that we have our first command, we can go ahead and create timers. What timers do is they allow you to remind people in the chat to make sure that they are subscribed or make sure to like the live stream or whatever you prefer. So we can go ahead and add a timer. We'll call it reminder. And we'll say every 15 minutes we can have that execute, and after every 2 chat lines. All right, so we can submit the timer reminder. So all in the meantime, we've been live for about 2 minutes, so we can go ahead and try to see if Nightbot is in the chat now. So we can go ahead and execute our command that we did earlier, and see if Nightbot has joined the channel yet. If not, like I said, it could take up to 5 minutes. All right, and that actually only, and see if Nightbot has joined the channel yet. If not, like I said, it could take up to 5 minutes. All right. And that actually only took a little bit shy of 3 minutes for Nightbot to join the stream. But once it did see that I typed a Discord command, it responded. You can also do song requests and do auto DJ with the chat. And you can look at the default commands that are automatically on, and you can turn them on or off if you'd like. From here, you can also adjust spam protection. So if you don't want people to be able to spam capitalization or links or symbols, or you can blacklist words and phrases, you can do all of that from this tab. And that is the basics on how to get Nightbot into your YouTube live stream.
Oh, you touch my tra-la-la. My ding-ding-dong.
Left to right, don't lose the high. It's dangerous, drowning in the dark. Hey guys, get level here and canvas where I can show the component, show for how to install now. Shout out to videos. Guys might have all my, so what I do that. But by the end of how long is as a quick now to certain pick like a personally people I want to time you how much looking for because I've been getting count. Right? Okay. All right, we're gonna need this later. That's why I'm logging in. Okay, so you go to command custom and then you add a new command. You can add timers and all of that, but you can actually, if you read the documentation, you can actually add commands straight from chat, and there's custom commands for adding commands basically. And if I go here in commands list, I will have a bunch of examples. Let's say we want the DJ Khaled, DJ Khaled command. As you can see here, it gives us an example, and it's you have to type in your chat ! Commands add, so that lets them know, hey, I'm adding a command, and then !key, that's the name of the command. That's what people need to type in order to bring up that command. And then DJ Khaled once said, and then you have a variable. A variable is code basically for whatever it's pulling up, the information it's pulling up. Once said DJ Khaled. So I'm gonna go on my channel right now, and I'm gonna copy paste this. Okay, so I'm gonna copy this, go on my channel, go to chat, because that is where my chat is. Hey, look at that face. Not my channel again. This is not a real account. You're looking for twitch.tv/getlevel. Anyways, so I'm gonna control V in here, and I'm gonna press enter. Okay, and Nightbot will tell me, hey, the command key has been added successfully. Now in this case, the information that it's pulling up is a random quote from DJ Khaled. Okay, that's just an option that they have. So I'm gonna type !key because my command is done now, and boom, DJ Khaled once said lion. Yes, he has. I've witnessed it. Anyways, okay, so 500 commands. I've made a little notepad here with a bunch of them. So let's go for uptime. For uptime, you need !command add, because you're adding a command, and the command name is going to be uptime, and then stream uptime, and then there is all
what's up looking. Those of you viewers automatically into pasting in the URL or by using a search term, and that will then search either YouTube, SoundCloud or Spotify depending on how you set up the tool to be able to play that song in the background. Auto DJ then provides you as the streamer with lots of different ways of controlling the music, skipping songs, changing the volume and setting default play, different ways of controlling that song in the background. Auto DJ then provides you as the streamer with lots of different ways of controlling the music, skipping songs, changing the volume and setting default playlists to play when there are no requests in the queue. It's a really awesome tool, which is why I've dedicated
forget my battles, they are long gone now. I am
Dedicated a up night the ball up, but you need to have up top that board, which is nightbot.tv. Log in with our Twitch or YouTube accounts. It should already be authorized, and you should already have click the link down in the description. Watch our Nightbot setup guide because you need to do that first. Down the left hand side we're going to DJ page. There are some settings, there's the music player with some controls and a queue of all the upcoming songs. We'll start with the settings. The enable disable option is fairly obvious, but this is to control whether or not new song requests can be added to the queue from your chat. Clear queue clears all the songs currently in the queue. The request song button, that opens up a pop-up where you can enter a direct URL from YouTube, Spotify or SoundCloud, or you can enter a search term, and the closest match will be chosen from the search term. The search is provided on the search provider, which we'll be setting up next. The final button up top is the settings button, which will pop up where you can alter all of the different settings for the auto DJ feature. The first option is the user level. Similar to a lot of the Nightbot stuff that we did in the previous video, this is the minimum user level that's someone in your chat has to have to be able to request a song. So if you want everyone to be able to request a song, to allow users to request songs from, so you can check or uncheck these boxes empty to be selecting songs. The default playlist that they have there is Monster Cat, which is sort of an EDM, sort of electronic, fairly high tempo playlist, which is pretty good actually, up a little later in the video. Finally, under General, we have Search Provider, and this is the provider that we want to use for searching songs. So if one of your viewers matter rather than a user length, this is the maximum amount of songs that can be stored in the queue, and it can be anything between 1 and 100. I just set this at 100. The limit to playlist option, if you enable this, it will force song requests to have to be in the playlist that you have set up, either Monster Cat or your own. I honestly don't know why you would do this. It kind of ruins the fun of users being able to request songs, but maybe if you've got a massive playlist and users want to request songs from that, then you can enable this here. User limit is the maximum number of songs that a user can request at a time. This can be anything between 1 and 100. I'd personally leave this at 2. And the exempt user level, this is the minimum user level that someone has to be exempt from all of these limits. The final settings section is YouTube. You can basically firstly limit the requests to be tagged as music. So if you enable this, this will only add requested songs to the queue if they are tagged in the music category on YouTube. Limit to liked videos. This will only add requested songs to the queue if the video has more likes than dislikes on YouTube. So if one of your users, one of your viewers is requesting Justin Bieber's Baby, at the time of recording this video, that wouldn't be added if you had this option enabled because it has more dislikes than likes. So that's it for settings. Next we'll move on to the players and controls. The music player itself will change automatically between the providers that you've enabled. So by default this will be YouTube, SoundCloud and Spotify, and it will change based on where the song request has come from. You also get some information next to the player, such as the title of the track, the length, a link to the song and the name of who in your chat requested the song. Controls wise, you'll be able to pause and play, skip to the next song in the queue, as well as skip ahead to a different part of the current song, and of course change the volume. Obviously, I recommend playing around with the volume here to make sure that it's a good level for both you whilst you're playing games and for your stream viewers. Finally, we'll move on to the queue. The queue is where you can see an ordered list of the upcoming songs and requests for your stream. When you have no song requests, you'll just see the upcoming songs from either the Monster Cat playlist or your own playlist. To demonstrate how this changes when a user requests a song, we'll head over to our Twitch chat and type in !song request and then paste in a YouTube URL chat and type in !song request and then paste in a YouTube URL of a song that we'd like to request. If we wait just a few seconds, we'll head to the list, or when you have no song requests, you'll just see the upcoming songs from either the Monster Cat playlist or your own playlist. To demonstrate how this changes when a user requests a song, we'll head over to our Twitch chat and type in !song request and then paste in a YouTube URL of a song that we'd like to request. If we wait just a few seconds, we should see the requested song appearing at the top of our queue of requested songs. It's worth noting here that this appears above all of the other playlist songs, which are coloured in grey, that haven't been requested. Requested songs will always take priority over the default playlist ones. Let's do another quick demonstration to show the search. If we go to our Twitch chat again and type in !song request and then something like Wiz Khalifa, See You Again, Nightbot's auto DJ feature will search the search provider that we set up for this song and add the most likely result to the queue. Now we can see both of the songs here in the upcoming songs queue along with who requested them. We have a couple of buttons on the right hand side here which allow us to promote a song up the list to be first in the queue, as well as an option to delete a song from the queue. That's pretty much it for the Auto DJ page. Next we'll look at setting up an alternative default playlist to the Monster Cat 1, which is there by default. So if you want Auto DJ to play songs from one of your handcrafted playlists, settings quickly and change the playlist from Monster Cat to Channel and click Submit. Next we'll head over to the left hand side and click on the playlist option. Here you can set up your playlist either by adding individual songs or by importing a whole playlist from YouTube, SoundCloud or Spotify. To demonstrate this, I'm going to import a playlist that I love listening to whilst I stream, and that's by Mr. Suicide Sheep, and it's from Spotify. To import a playlist, all we have to do is click the import button up here, copy the playlist URL from YouTube, SoundCloud or Spotify, paste it in here and click Submit. It may take a few seconds to import depending on the size of the playlist, how many songs there are inside of it, but once it has, you should see all of the songs displayed below. You can then remove or add individual songs if you'd like, or you can import even more playlists on top of this if you want to have a massive selection to choose from. It's worth mentioning what I think is fairly obvious here to prevent the influx of comments that I'm sure I'd get if I didn't mention it. You need to have the Auto DJ page open whilst you stream to be able to hear any of the music, because this is actually where the music is coming from. The Nightbot app, which we're going to cover now. Then a couple of use Spotify, you need to have the app and using them, as well as generates a text file that hotkeys on your keyboard you want to have as manually. I've added a link in the description below to the page where you can download it, both for Windows and OS individually. So what we need to do is download the Nightbot app. They have one both for Windows and OS X. I've added a link in the description below